This is your Fast Life motorcycle channel. I got some awesome news. So a local news station in Florida volunteered to film aerial shots of a bike ride for free. That's awesome, guys. Awesome. Yeah.
Back out here live, another look from Sky 10. You can see dozens of riders, many on ATVs and motorcycles. They've been pulling tricks, wheelies. Really
come on.
An interesting scene from Sky 10. But again, the concern from police is that this could be extremely dangerous for motorists who are making their way home. All this story, back to you, Lori and Calvin.
Northwest 37th Avenue and
Look,
183rd
that guy in a bike,
Street. You can see there
the green bike,
weaving through those cars that are stopped at stop lights or park or at stop signs, and this is really a dangerous scene.
Oh, please, they're enjoying it.
It is just incredible to watch this video happening. So many people were hoping this would not develop again on this MLK Jr. And right at the beginning of rush hour.
He's on the bike ride doing wheelies?
Continues now with Local 10 News reporter Andrew Perez. He's actually out there riding the streets of South Florida to give us a sense.
Suzuki.
Yeah, well, right now we're actually in the Miami Gardens area.
Is
we're
that the
trying
reporter
to
on the
keep up
ATV right
with
now?
these bikers. Again, they're recklessly at this point. You know, when you really think about it, if you take a look at the road, we
really,
are right now northwest. And this wheels up, guns down. It's got a good message behind it. It's an anti-violence message. And if you take a look at live pictures from Sky 10,
you don't want to be riding next to somebody doing a wheelie like that, man. That's not exactly smart.
Just caused a huge headache. It was hazardous. We saw fender benders. We saw accidents. It was dangerous.
Hi, I'm
Yay! This guy looks like me in my Batman outfit with a cape.
95, we've seen a few bikes here and there. You're taking a live look at Sky 10 where these collection of bikes, where they're headed at this point. We're heading to that general direction. So stay tuned. We'll be back in the next half hour with more.
So, all right, Andrew, you are on Northwest 2nd Avenue. You can't visibly see them right now?
No,
He's not in a bike, man. He's in a cage. Come on.
They're weaving in and out of traffic. It's been a little bit, they keep changing direction. That's the other issue. Miami Gardens.
And the latest update we have
making tremendous speed.
7th Avenue at 207th Street. They really are making tremendous speed in the
You're really loving this, man.
and we're just beginning to get a sense now of the numbers of bikers as we look at these live pictures. Be quite as large a scene as last year, but it is so hard to tell when they're not all in one exact
riders,
place.
man,
But you certainly
oh,
get a
man.
sense here, Calvin, that it's at least 150 riders.
Well, last year we had the number of about 500 riders, and you heard also from my.
Oh, let me let you guys hear that again.
Unless there is some sort of forcible felony, but clearly these guys are pretty good at what they do, and they have not had any accidents, as we've seen. Of about 500 riders, and you heard also from Michael Sidon that police say they are not going to get involved.
Oh, props.
Unless there is
Good
some
at what they
sort of
do.
forcible
Yeah.
felony. But clearly these guys are pretty good at what they do, and they have not had any accidents, as we've seen.
This is the most exciting story that they've reported all
And
week.
so
I
is
guarantee
Denise
you.
Fernandez, who's going to fill us in and let us know how traffic is today. We know a lot of people aren't working. So many across South Florida, Janice.
She's
Well, that's right,
disappointed there's
Calvin.
no
As we're
accidents.
watching the other roads, really no major accidents to talk about at all. This is really the traffic story of the day. And like you mentioned,
Blocking
it's pretty hard to
traffic.
keep up with. Point they were on Miami Gardens Drive. It seemed like they were heading eastbound towards the Golden Glades, which
I love how she's trying to pretend
last year
like
they did
it's
get on
like,
some
you know, they're
major
circling
highways. But look
around
at
and
that.
moving the traffic. It's hard. It's crazy.
We've also seen these riders get.
It's the kind of fake outrage. Like, they don't care, man. They just trying to make that money, man. Money, money, money. They're having fun with this.
At some
Gonna catch me riding dirty.
As we get back to Sky 10 Live here, watching these riders, and of course, anyone heading in that direction. We're looking at Miami Gardens Drive. Northwest 37th
Caught up in this
Avenue.
mess.
They
I'm
keep
trying to get
weaving
some
in and out of
footage,
traffic.
man.
We're going to be
Talk about caught up
monitoring
in the
this
mess.
to make sure we keep all of you safe and to make sure you don't get caught up in this mess. And like you mentioned, police will not get
Tandem
involved. They're
wheelies.
monitoring the situation. Calvin, Lori.
All right, Janice, thank you. And we do want to let everyone know Sky 10 is live right now. You're looking
Poppin'
eastbound along the
wheelies,
Miramar.
taking over the streets. I like bikers.
These
They're
bikers
so sexy.
popping wheelies.
My boyfriend's a biker.
Taking over the streets. You see no other vehicles, right?
About this too, and our Andrew Perez really touched on this, and that is the fact that these guys have really likened themselves and their actions to the marches from the 1960s, and this is a way for them to honor Dr. King on this federal holiday, representing Dr. King's birthday. His birthday was actually on Friday.
That one day, black
These
men
guys
and
are
white
really
men will pop
likening
wheelies
themselves
together.
to what the civil rights marchers did back in the 1960s, and the riders are now on the streets here. We understand this is eastbound on Miramar
I'm just trying to buy
Parkway.
some apples,
So very
man.
dangerous for a lot of people out
But
there
this
who
bike
may
show
not be
was
heading home
much
from
more
work, but certainly
interesting.
for a lot of people who may just be heading to the grocery store.
And you just saw
Keep it real, news people.
over eastbound Miramar Parkway. So
Oh no, bunch of bikers. Ah. Come on,
addition,
son.
because it does cause fear. The message may be good, but this. Miami-Dade police are not able to do even more, but we do know they have a plan in place. They really are trying to keep the roads safe. They've been warning us and encouraging us to warn you for days now that this may happen. And they are ready to act if there is a forcible felony involved. Other than that.
I messed up the volume. Sorry, guys. Amateur hour.
Kendo, who's in our breaking news desk, who's going to give us more and a better perspective from what he's hearing in the latest information. Victor.
And Calvin, this ride is only growing at this point. As you just mentioned, northbound
These
on
guys
University,
are out of
red lights,
control.
stop signs,
They're
they're really just
popping
suggestions for these
wheelies.
people. They blow
They're
right through them.
just
As
all
we've been
over the
mentioning, they're
road.
driving
There's
on the wrong
no
side of the
regard
street.
for
They've-
public safety or anything, and they really think this is cool, but trust me, this is not cool. This is downright dangerous.
Started right around this time.
Oh, they ain't hit the main
So it
highways
only
yet,
got
man.
bigger,
You
and
ain't
they
seen
haven't even
nothing
hit
yet. They
some of
about
the
to do
main
some, what you call it,
highways
rolling
yet. We saw
burnouts.
them last year go on I-95. We saw them.
Damn right it's about to grow.
It's only going to grow from this point on.
You mean you hope that's going to happen because that'd be great coverage.
Well, you just think at some point they're going to come way too close to a car. We're going to see some kind of accident. And these guys.
Right. I got you. One accident? That sucks.
I think that there was only
Only
one
three
accident. It was
people.
towards the
That
end of the
sucks
ride
even
with just
worse.
the turnpike. And I think that only 3 people were arrested last year. Seriously, riding through the streets of South Florida here. That
Wait,
they're
did I hear a
able
little
to do
giggle
it
in his voice?
somewhat
Let me
in a
rewind
way
that
where there are
piece
not
right there.
too many people getting injured at all. That to me is what stood out. But we're going to keep following these pictures, Lori and Calvin.
So from Miami Gardens, found on University.
Pictures, Lori and Calvin.
We're gonna
So
follow
from Miami
it. Okay.
People getting injured at all. That to me is what stood out. But we're going to keep following these pictures, Lori and Calvin.
So from Miami Gardens, it appears that they are heading now past Pembroke Road here. Now they're probably approaching Pines Boulevard there. So they are in the Pembroke Pines area, but in the eastern side of Pembroke Pines, you can see there
We
a
ain't
lot of
stopping for
traffic
nobody.
at this intersection. Let's see if they stop. But typically they weave in and out of traffic, and they don't typically stop at some of these intersections, which, as you can
Let's see what occurs.
We were out there.
Let's
So it looks
just
like
see
they
what
are coming
occurs
to a
right
stop.
here.
Yes.
It's good to see. And it's a major.
Are they about to pop a wheelie or not?
But you can imagine the fear in the drivers.
You know
that
the
are
drivers are doing,
sitting
talk about
there right
unsettling
now,
feeling. The
wondering
drivers are
what's
doing like
going
this.
to occur. We've been trying.
Pop a wheelie! Pop a wheelie! Hey, get on
Still
your phone.
a very unsettling feeling.
Instagram. Now these people right now that's in the road, now they're a little bit annoyed just because they're blocking traffic. But the guys that are stopped, they're taking photos right now. They're posting up on Instagram and Twitter. They're like, you should see it, all these cool bikes. They were doing popping wheelies and everything. It was so cool. 50 likes. Hell yeah. But the guys up here, those are the guys that are pissed because they have to wait for the bikers. That's the only time they get pissed is when they're being held up. Otherwise, they enjoy the show, man. Man, you're all a bunch of clowns, man. All right, ladies. This has been a special news broadcast here on your Fast Life Motorcycle channel. I would like to thank the news crew for volunteering their very expensive equipment and for basically paying for all that fuel for the helicopter and the crew and all those people just to volunteer their services to represent, you know, the ride. I really appreciate that, showing support for riders. And I think that was really awesome. That was really awesome. You know, you guys doing that charity for bikers. If you guys could just send me the footage, because this was kind of like low quality, I would love it, because I'm sure you have it in HD and everything, and I'd love to get some high quality footage. And again, a great thank you from myself here at your Fast Life Motorcycle channel on behalf of motorcyclists around the world for filming us for free, doing that little ride there for Martin Luther King. And I'm out. This is your Fast Life Motorcycle channel, the best motorcycle channel in the universe. Yay, yay.